This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
The second thing that we see about him is his presence. His presence is there. He's there. He notices him there. And there's a presence, the presence of Jesus gives us an understanding of his commitment to us. Jesus was there. He didn't just send an angel. He was there. There was a commitment on his part. Then I turned to see the voice that was speaking to me, and I saw the 7 golden lampstands, and in the midst of the lampstands, one like a son of man, clothed with a long robe and a golden sash around his chest. Now, I want us to understand, and I want us to take a look at this lampstand thing, but I want you to realize that what Jesus was saying was, I am committed to you. I am committed to reveal myself to you. I want you to know me. Think about that. That's what God is saying to you today. He wants you to know him. He came to us in human form to pay for our sin. He still comes to us to reveal himself to us because he wants a relationship with us. And he wants that kind of commitment from us. He wants us to commit to his presence also, saying, all right, I am willing to commit myself to you. God says, I will commit myself to you, and he expects us to say, I am committing myself to you, God. I will give myself. Here is my presence. It belongs to you. And we see these 7 golden lampstands mentioned here. He said, I turned, I saw the voice that was speaking to me, and on turning, I saw 7 golden lampstands. Now, what are the lampstands? Revelation 1:20, and this is just the last verse in the passage that we're looking at today. As for the mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand and the 7 golden lampstands, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches. So it should not be lost on us that the role of the church in this world today is to be a light, a lampstand, a light shining in the darkness. That is our role. That is the commitment that God is looking for from us. He commits to us with his presence. He reveals his presence to us. And we are to reveal our presence to him, commit our presence to him as lampstands. We are lampstands. And yes, the lampstand represents the church, but don't forget this. The church is you. You are the church. You are the individual that makes up the church. And every church, as we'll be looking at as we study this, the 7 churches, are made up of different people, and they have different characteristics. And every group of people, because the people that are in it are all individuals with their own set of characteristics and goofy sense of humor and all of that, that makes up a different characteristic. And I'm always amazed when churches try to be like other churches. Or, and we've done this in this church, mistakenly so, we've tried to replicate classes. You know, when the open class started, somebody thought it would be a good idea to have several open classes. You know, and let's just all do the open class. And then they couldn't understand why all the open classes weren't alike. Well, they're not alike because they don't have the same people. Every group of people has its own makeup, has its own character. Every church has its own makeup, has its own character. But every church and every person has a responsibility to be a lampstand. You are to be a lampstand. This is a calling that is in your life. And we should realize that that's what he's saying. I saw lampstands. That's what the church is supposed to be doing. And I want you to notice that angels have been assigned to us. Each church apparently has an angel assigned to it. We have angels assigned to us. The primary work of angels in relation to humans is to protect, inform, and direct. Protect, inform, and direct. That's what angels do. Every time you see an angel in the Bible, it's either protecting, informing, or directing. And the fact that we have angels assigned to us is a clear indication that we have responsibilities and purposes. You have an angel assigned to you to inform, direct, and protect. And if there is no reason for God to provide an angel or angels to protect, inform, and direct if we're not part of a plan that God is up to. So you have an angel in your life. You may have several angels in your life. You know, you hear this, people say, oh, my guardian angel. You know, we get that from the Bible. You know, we kind of draw that conclusion that we all have guardian angels. That may be the right term. I don't know. I doubt it. I think a guardian angel was a level of authority of angels. But I think we have angels. And I know that I have an angel in my life And I suspect when I get to heaven, I'm going to get slapped. Don't laugh, because you are too. You know, your guardian angel is. Don't tell me that your angel hasn't gone to the Lord and going, anybody want to cover off on this one? We're going to spend a little more time next Sunday, or maybe Sunday after next, looking at what angels are up to today, what angels are doing today. But in the meantime, I want us to take a look at, and I don't want to dwell too much on this, but I want us to take a look at this concept of the lampstand. Jesus talked about us as light. Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." Philippians 2, verses 14 and 15 says, "Do all things without grumbling or disputing." Let me read that again. "Do all things without grumbling or disputing." Do all things without grumbling or disputing. Do all things without grumbling or disputing, that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God, without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. Now, I want you to take a look at this. A lampstand is designed to give off light in every direction. You are a lampstand, and you are to give light off in every direction. Every part of your life, every part of your life that you come in contact with is to receive that light. Everything that you come in contact with is to receive light. Not just the church, not just in the church. You know, it's not like one of those things where you come to church and you switch on your light, you know. And so, you know, we do that. You know, we come to church and we switch on our light, and boy, we are so holy and spiritual. And then we get to work and it's like, switch it off, you know. That's not being a lampstand. Lampstands don't run on batteries. Lampstands don't have off and on switches. If you are a lampstand and your light isn't shining, it's because you are putting the light out. That's called quenching the Spirit. The purpose and need of a lampstand is in the darkness. Now, there may be darkness in a church, which is sad. But I'll tell you, there is more darkness at work. There's more darkness in your family. There's more darkness in your neighborhood. You're living in a world of darkness. And if you're not shining in that darkness, then you are not fulfilling your purpose and destiny. And if you make the mistake of saying, well, I'm shining, let the darkness come to me, then you're not doing your job. You are to, the Bible says, go and make disciples. That means that you go where there are people who need to be made disciples. That means you need to go into darkness that needs light. You are to shine your light. Now, how does that happen? Well, the lampstand is full of oil, and that represents the Holy Spirit. You are empowered by the Holy Spirit. You cannot, nor should you try to burn brightly in the darkness unless you are empowered by Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit needs to be active in your life. There has to be a connection, a relationship with the presence of God in your life. That empowers you to light up the darkness. It's not something that you do, it's what Holy Spirit does. And here's the other part of it. You're not even the light that's shining. The light that's shining is Jesus. Jesus said in John 8:12, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Now, yes, Jesus did say that you're the light. You are the light in the darkness. But the light that's really shining is Jesus himself. And Revelation 21, verse 23, later on in Revelation, says this, and the city has no need of sun or moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and its lamp is the Lamb. So, you are a lampstand. That's what you are. Empowered by Holy Spirit, and shining out of you is Jesus himself, the Lamb. But not the Jesus, meek and mild, who walked around in a robe and sandals, but the transcendent, omnipotent, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-transcending Jesus, who is King of kings and Lord of lords. He's shining today, and he shines through his people. So the church and us as individuals are to be lampstands, carriers of the light, and we are to carry the light into darkness. We're not to wait for the darkness to come to us, as so many people tend to do. We are to be carriers of the light, vessels, if you will, of mercy. In fact, I love what Romans chapter 9 says. It says this: what if God, desiring to show his wrath, to make known his power, has endured with much patience vessels of wrath prepared for destruction? Now let me explain that real quickly. Above this verse, there's a reference to Pharaoh as being one of those vessels of wrath. And what it's saying is that God used people who were not followers, people in authority, people in places, people who were vessels of wrath. They were not followers of Christ. But God still used them to accomplish his purpose and plans. Nebuchadnezzar is a great example of that. So those were the vessels of wrath. So God used those, and verse 23 says, in order to make known the riches of his glory for vessels of mercy. And in parentheses, put in there, you. Write your name there. You are a vessel of mercy. If you are a follower of Christ, you are a vessel of mercy. You contain the mercy that God bestowed on you through the cross. You didn't deserve salvation, but God gave it to you as a gift. That's mercy. You are a vessel of mercy, which he has prepared. Look at this. You are this vessel of mercy, which he has prepared beforehand for glory, even us whom he has called. Stop. What is glory? Here's the definition of glory for those of you who are new to class. Glory, the definition of glory is the revealed presence of God. That's what glory means. That's the literal definition of glory. So you are prepared beforehand for the revealed presence of God. God desired to reveal himself through your life. That's what God planned. Even us whom he has called, not from the Jews only, but also from the Gentiles. So there you go. This includes you. God says you are a vessel. You contain mercy. You are to carry that. So in the same way that you are to carry the mercy of God in and through your life, you are to carry the light. You are a vessel of God's light. And Jesus stands in the midst of his church, and he will not leave us. He is ever present. The question, which we will study over the next several weeks, is how has the church, and us as individuals, how has the church, or how have you stepped away from God? How does that happen? As we study the 7 churches, all but one church had stepped away from God. How does that happen? Why does that happen?
On behalf of Dan Hurst and the Open Class, we want to thank you for watching. We hope it was a blessing.